Hello everyone. Right now you just have, well, I'm not even going to say it yet, but I will say it eventually. What will I say eventually? Who all is here and why. Okay. As usual, I'm going to get the computer set up. Hello everyone. All right, so here, pop out this chat, go. They can pick up. Hi, everybody. Okay, so far with the hellos. Yes. You remembered Amber from the back of Amber's head. Amber is here clocking some hours on the web store Sculpt. Would you step away and show them for a moment? He is getting dialed in. She took the night and found some better reference material, and now she's knocking it out. So it looks good, and it's getting there. Oh, mute my notifications. Yes, they're probably very loud.
Hi, Scott. Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
That should be muted. I'm sorry. I get a lot of notifications, so yeah, you guys have to suffer.
Thank you, Ezekiel. Thank you, Hugo. And hi, Stacy.
All right, and I am now working, I'm working on a beast mode here. Roger. And I have to get a couple things. Let's put him on a turntable. Okay. And so right now I'm reading for myself, that's your worst case scenario. I understand that. I'm reading my own comments simply because I know Amber is too focused and won't do a good job. She is focused on her sculpture, and that is fine and how it should be. And Shannon is engaged in a gardening project and will not stop until the sun has gone down or she falls over, because that is how my wife is. So I will look over every now and then. There you go. Honey Bunny caught a live stream while it was live. I'm so glad for that. I'm glad to have you with us, Honey Bunny. It feels weird to call you that since I barely know you, but that's fine. You make all the awkward YouTube names you want. I am going to paint this monster. This is going to be another classic paint. This is actually a foam-filled head, and I have excellent eyes for him. It's going to be excellent eyes for him, but right now I just have to get him orange. So this is what we do. we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Got a little clog down my undercarriage.
Chad says classic paint on beast mode.
Yes, this is classic paint. Now Amber is going to try and prove me wrong.
You said I was competitive.
I did.
Will you do a version of beast mode where you add hair?
Oh, absolutely. For sure I will. And flocking came in today. I'm out of my flocking mind with excitement. See, I made the flocking pun before someone else did. I will start selling mask paint. Yes, that is going to happen. Not too far from now, actually. In the soon future.
Jerry Collins says hello.
Hello, Jerry Collins. Okay. What I love about this is that, like, the way I'm painting them to look like they're the toy. And there was overspray on. I mean, it's I don't know. I think it's a neat look.
Lido Key, Florida. Hi, I'm dead in the yard.
Hello, dead end.
Everybody likes
Everyone likes what?
the orange.
Yeah, orange is good. Orange is a color that isn't used enough. I mean, you don't get more Halloween than orange.
JD James says, good evening.
Hello. I believe he will look awesome as well. I will make him look as awesome as I am capable. Again, this will be a bust, so he's going to go out as a bust, which changes some things.
Jesse would like to know how you get that exact color, brand and height.
Okay, so this color orange. Let's come over here. Because over here, above my door, this is all of the colors that I use for my mask painting. So you're asking about the orange. The orange is right here. I went to Home Depot. I picked an orange I like. Old man moment. I have to put on my glasses. This color is called Emergency Zone. It is by Bear. See a little bear right there. Little bear. Little bear. Okay, but anyway, it's called Emergency Zone. P190-6 with a little D over it. So there you go. It's this. P190-6 D. And it's like D squared because it's like a squared symbol because the D is small. I just said the D is small. Okay, so now I gotta get more glue. Thanks. And glue this back up. And why do I glue them up? So I can reference them later. So yeah, and I went to Home Depot. I picked the colors that I like, and this was one. I know I always do some kind of pumpkin stuff, so I have to have an orange on hand, and I just really liked that orange. Emergency zone. Right into the emergency zone. Emergency zone. So almost all of this paint job, by the way, is going to be done with this $10 Harbor Freight airbrush. Because I think that with it, I can recreate the love and care that the employees who painted up these beastmen showed. Hello, everyone. What makes you think it's Beastman? Just its beautiful orange color? Well, it is Beastman. I am that predictable. And we call it Beast Mode because we don't want to get sued. I hate getting sued. I've actually never been sued. I've been a witness for a couple of lawsuits because haunting. All right, so that is my orange.
Dan says hi.
Hello, Dan Miles. Yeah, that's right. I'm painting a were-Cheeto. He's a were-Cheeto. That's not bad.
It was fun.
Yeah. All right, so now I need to do a flesh color for this. The toy was straight white, but when I did my mock-up of him, I used a more flesh tone. So that is what I will do. And while I'm doing that, you can watch Amber Sculpt. Look at that wicked little web store. With teeth like that, if web store yelled Skeletor, he would say, Skeletor. Because of the teeth.
He would definitely have a list. Yes.
Oh, where's my white? I'm in prime chicken with head cut off mode. I have that all day. Paint color trumps face. Well, yeah. Yeah. Those are pumpkin teeth, yes. Yeah, web stores, look at him on camera. Look at how good he looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Much better beauty.
Yeah.
I like this other.
Less potato. He was like a Chihuahua potato. But now that's all gone.
Thank goodness. A little bit of surgery.
But wasn't it neat, Amber, how that one cut was like a kickoff point?
It made all the difference. The entire silhouette changed. Okay. Chad said he's seen tool marks. Yay. Very tool marks.
Yes, she is now a tool using human. That is correct. I still want this color to be very light. I want it to be a light color. I also want it to come out of the bottle.
Thank you, Rue.
What did Rue say?
He says it reads as luster. Yay.
Alexa, stop. That was to dump the other one, and then an hour from now I dump the goat. Beauty says, remember, tools are your friend. Das gut. Look. Das gut. Raw. And I did a pour where I clayed off the goat eye. I haven't done any cleaning on it, but I'll show you guys how that looks. Of course, it's on the one head form that weighs the most. So I just did a little patch in there and just put a little quick texture because it's all going to be covered with hair anyway. And then when I Dremel this a little bit, it'll be just a regular goat hanging out and going to work and doing goat stuff that goat monsters do. So pretty clean. Maybe tonight I'll sculpt his teeth once I get done with Beastimus manicus. And once again, watch Web Store while I go dump a mask. The Hornet, I haven't done anything with the Hornet yet. He's pulled, well, we trimmed him, so I'll put him on my face. I think it's going to be a good, evil-looking mask. The paint scheme that I'm commissioned to do on the goat is what I'll do, and it's a gray goat with black hair. Now I've got some other goat ideas, but that version is what the client wants. What the client wants, they get. Logan says to tell you that Web Store looks very nice.
Thank you, Logan.
$19.80, you want to make it a unicorn with 3 horns, then twist together at the end tricorn. I don't even know what that would look like.
That would be amazing.
Yay, Hornet, that's right.
So am I supposed to tell stories? Hopefully not. They still don't have stories.
Alexa, set a countdown for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Graphic UK says hello to you, Amber.
Hi.
Amber's not going to tell a story, and
Do they
she does not feel that her job is to fill camera time. Just because there's dead air, she said she's not going to have it. Not happening.
It's not in my contract.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go over here. Good day, Melbourne, Australia. Hope you're enjoying fall. You know what? You are absolutely right, Cobwebs. That would be a good Umber Hulk. You are right. That might happen one day, sir. Now, what I forgot to do last time was paint the ears that same flesh color. I don't want to do that now. Let's flesh the ears. Alright. Now I'm just blowing air on it so it speeds up a little bit. I will make a real hair version, absolutely. Very cool, 1980. One thing I love, it's crappy idea drawings. That's how most of my work gets done. I draw stuff on a napkin at dark hour and then other people build it. It's a wonderful process. While I'm waiting on his face to dry, I'm going to do something over here. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm excited about getting the flocking in is because I want to do some flocked bears and a flocked beastman and some flocked werewolves. I want to flock all the things. You know what? Rob was here today. He could not hang out long enough to hang out, but he was here today. I would like to lie to you and say he missed all of you greatly, but he didn't say that. It didn't come up, but he didn't say that. Okay.
We know he's not watching, so we can talk about him.
That's right. One thing Rob does well is not watch the show. Well, maybe I won't just do this in a minute. That yellow man has a new paint scheme every time. Well, I keep painting things on it. That's true. Hello, Thor. Why not split the mold? I'm working on that now, right here. If I could just start getting this guy out without splitting the mold, that would be ideal.
that one of your social distancing sticks?
Yes, it is. This is the punch on a pole, not the slap on a stick. Yes, I have torn things from pulling them out of the mold. I absolutely have. But I also glued this mold together, which will make it more challenging. It's not an amazing glue.
Hi, Linda.
Linda is the young lady sculpting this evening. Hello, Stantastic.
Overdressed Amber. Not tonight.
I glued it on purpose. I didn't actually glue it. Yes, overdressed Amber. I glued it on purpose, but I caulked it because this mold it leaked from 2 of the pry points, and I just caulked the whole dang seam. Something is worth doing, it's probably worth overdoing. Now I just have to open her up. There we go. Just took a bit of force. See, and that it's good because it blocks it, it stops the leaking, but it also will come apart. Just, you have to have a arms. I do not think I will do a female companion for Frank. When I was doing that line, I opted to not do that, and there's a mummy that's coming first. So maybe there'll be a companion for Frank down the road, but before then I've got to do a mummy. So it's out. I did have to go into beast mode to undo this. Hello, Philip Earl. Kirk Mattia. No, Frank is at his best when he's sad and not getting the hookups. Robert White, what you are missing is I just had to fight this mold to get it apart because I glued it. And what else did you miss? I'm painting a beast mode over there. I'm currently waiting for him to dry up so I can do the next layer without any wet blending. We don't like wet blending. Well, sometimes we like wet blending, but we don't like it today. We discussed it. Me and wet blending have agreed to just be friends. Oh, Nico. Thank you, Hugo. Yes, this is a punch on a pole. I will add real ones afterwards. I do not like sculpted bandages. The first mask of mine that anybody ever wanted to pick up commercially was back when Universal owned Spencer Gifts. They wanted to buy a bunch of my mummy masks to sell in Spencer's. But they wanted it cheaper than I was willing to sell it to them for. Because I was, just a dude selling masks.
Do you know anyone that does avid stellar lists?
No. Wait, but I know someone who has one, so someone does. You know what? I'm willing to bet that Mucklebones I think Mucklebones doesn't have it in Costello.
Will the next Wolfman be full or chinless?
I always sculpt them full, and then I just cut them to be chinless. So, Stanley is on. I have a Frankenstein to show you later. Good evening, Kiss fan. Yeah, Amber, sometimes actors will pop onto the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Cash is on every now and then.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I've seen Jenny Cardenas on.
Excellent.
You heard Philip Earl was on a second ago.
Scott wants to know about the pumpkin pulp shirt.
This is a pumpkin pulp shirt that I got from Pumpkin Pulp at a show. So I don't know. Making masks to scare the hell out of you with a picture of the devil. Yeah. But like the hokey devil, not like the devil, not like, you know.
Not capital.
Yeah. Just a happy Halloween devil.
Rodney Pope says, hello, Alan and Amber.
Hello.
I think the Gravedigger will be an excellent mummy, says Gregory. Horror Beauty FX. Forgive me, what is a pumpkin pulp?
Pumpkin Pulp is a mask company. I guess I would say that they're a rival mask company, but they're not a rival mask company. They're my buddy mask company. And they make lots of masks. Brian Blair is the main artist there, and he owns the company. He's an awesome guy. They're out of Indiana. So, yeah. Fist bump for Pumpkin Pulp. Anyway, I'm going to set this down because it is ready for Dremely Painty Bits.
Linda, I am sculpting web store from Masters of the Universe.
Web store. It's a spider monster. You're going to say you're sculpting a spider orb.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you could call it an ettercap, which is also appropriate.
Okay. Let's see.
Yes, Brian Blair is a very unique style. Yeah. Philip Earl, what neck of the woods are you in? I'm sure that Pumpkin Pulp has a website. Maybe Michael Lassiter could find it and put it up there. I don't know if any other moderators are on. Yeah, see, I like this flesh-toned Beastman a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and brush paint inside of his mouth. A mouth color. You know, my favorite of the colors, mouth color.
Mouth color. Specific. Mouth color.
Logan, you should buy from them. They have awesome stuff. And I work very hard to make sure that my things are different from their things. So if you like something that they have, I will not make it, so you should buy it from them. If you like something that I have, then you should buy it from me. But you don't have to. I'm not going to twist your arm. My days of that kind of business are over. Hooray, Stacy. Thanks.
Everybody loves steak.
Everyone should love Stacy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're watching you sculpt while I go grab some.
Tool marks. Different reference pictures. I'll share. Maybe. I found that one. He's not as derpy. We were deciding at the action figure. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it.
Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby got one.
Really? Well, okay. I've never seen him on before. Hi, Bobby.
Brian has a haunt also, at least he used to, says Chad.
Oh, they do have a haunted house. Scaravania, is that right?
Thank you, Robert, and Chad laughed.
Yeah, they have a lot of really cool products, but they're just good people.
Philip Earl, Amber, what sculpt face are you on? Or how many have you done so far? What sculpt face is this one?
How many sculptures have you done?
This is my second one.
This is her number 2. This is Amber's second sculpt ever. No pressure.
Yeah, none at all.
Yeah.
Bobby says, Beastman looks great too, brings back memories. Chad says, Webster would make a great demon also. I agree.
Oh, he's going to be a good Krampus. I mean, he's going to be good at a lot of things.
Logan just checked out their masks.
Yeah.
And a bit pricey, feels that a few of them better as full head masks. They're very cool and gruesome though. For beauty effects, it's good to support all the artists. And Philip Earl says, no way.
Huh?
Yeah, no. Lots of those. Robert White went and actually ate at a restaurant today for lunch.
Really?
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Ezekiel says, it's awesome how you are not afraid of competition. Awesome attitude.
Well, you know what? No, I mean, you know what? One of the things that I do with my company that a lot of people find really weird is I want to do new stuff for haunted houses, but I don't want to make the same thing until I die either. You know, I want to make different things and mix things up. So if a company starts doing what I do and kind of replicating my success with similar products, I consider that hole in the haunted house market filled, and I will move on and do something else because I just should. Now, I'll always keep making masks, but, you know, I'm going to make masks that I want to make, and also I'm going to make masks that I think the industry kind of needs. I'm a haunted house guy. That's not going to change ever.
1980 posted the drawing. Philip, it really is my second sculpt. Robert's eating Mexicali Cafe fajitas and Acapulco shrimp. Julie says, hi everyone. Julie B.
Hey, Julie B.
Chad, don't hate. Thank you, I appreciate it. Ross, we love Amber. Yes, we do. I love Amber. How about you? Yay. Woo. Stacy says that's why she likes working for Alan. She's short attention span theater personified.
Yeah.
Tough Work Studio says, hi everyone.
If you don't like what you're doing, in 5 days you'll be doing something completely different. Okay, so that is the mouth color on there. And I did all that so that when I paint the teeth, I'll be able to have some separation between teeth. On villains, you always want to separate the teeth. On good guys, you can do one block of teeth. Alexa, how much time is left on the countdown?
You don't have any notifications.
Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 38 minutes left on your 1 hour timer.
Perfect. Okay, so the color that I'm using right now, that is actually a mixed color, which I rarely do. It is a gray and purple mixed together. It's my darker gray and purple mixed together. I have goats poured up, but I don't have any done at this point in time. If you look, here's a three-eyed goat. Here's a three-eyed goat. Oh, my wife is here. That's so awesome. Sorry, I'm excited. So this is the three-eyed goat. I think he's going to be cool. And actually what I have to do here in a bit is paint that. All right, so watch Amber sculpt while I make room for the wife on the table.
How we doing? Thank you, Scott.
It is a pop-in.
Is there anything you eat that's something that
A little water.
I have water in that bag.
You want hot water? Almost boiling. You'll love it.
No, actually not today. It's warm today.
The goat will be fun. I'm excited about working on a goat. I really am.
Woo!
Shannon is getting all of the hellos.
Greetings, comrades. Set up here. I will take over. You don't have to read anymore. Huzzah! Hey, Michael, garden is doing great. How do you know I was in the garden?
I might have mentioned it.
I am doing I am clearing land. So I'm not really gardening, but hello wife. Hi guys. Oh good, Robert. Your skeleton's okay, Robert? Oh good. Super spider, cockroach, Frankenstein and Beastman. You're so welcome.
Hey Amber,
Yeah.
show me your reference real quick again.
I have been clearing land, for lack of a better word.
Don't want to touch your phone?
No. It's got to read my fingerprint, and I didn't have one.
Okay, what did you put in to search that?
Webster?
Okay.
M-O...
M-O-T-U?
Yeah. Oh, Lisa, I've got you. Alan,
Yeah?
Lisa would like to know, she's interested in scary dual goat Krampus mask.
Okay. Yes? Let's do it. Sounds great. We made a Yule Goat for our last holiday show.
It's true.
It was awesome. I love me a Yule Goat.
So Alicia, are you asking for a price, or, I know you sent an email, I have the email flagged, my apologies. It's been a little wild here in Dallas, and I have been away, but I have not forgotten you. Okay. Oh, that's nice, Hard Beauty. Yes, I have a gardening addiction. Okay.
Good. Okay, glad you got your skeletons, Robert. Okay, Lisa, we'll get you taken care of. You want a Yule goat pharmacy, and we're gonna get you some details. I have not forgotten. Okay. I think that I have seen any questions. Rachel Powell, most of the pumpkin fold masks screen twisted picture studio inspiration. They are great, but not quite my aesthetic. Rachel Powell. I think that's the last question or comment. And did you see any work on the goat or heptaron?
Yes, I answered that.
Okay. Gotcha. Part of you would like to know this Amber Sculpt alive.
No.
You can't tell.
No. The second one.
So I don't know if you said last night, but Amber is going to come to one of our monster camps so which we get to resurrect.
Yes.
And you guys can see that Amber has not had all of this experience. I think that we tell you guys, you don't have to have experience to do this. You just got to give it a shot. And was this the second mask you spoke to?
Yes.
Did I get that right?
That is
last
true.
time? Yeah, she is really good. Full shop tonight. Amber Ellen Shannon Cooks alive. You guys can do this. We have 79 people watching.
The change that you did to the top of the head with this new reference, world's different.
Yeah.
Isn't that 100 times better?
Yes. I
Okay.
can lift this.
Well, what I would urge you to do now, I think your main forms are done, is I would rake this out
Okay.
lightly. You know, don't go crazy, but calm those forms down a little bit so they seem a little less forced, a little more organic, and calm them down a little bit, and then we'll figure out the next step.
Okay.
It's hard to believe you are talented people. Amber's mask sculpts are way better than Green sculpts I've done. Okay. Amber, what was your first sculpt?
A demon. I found a reference picture online. Was it Z-Build? What are they? Z something?
ZBrush.
ZBrush, yes, ZBrush, which for some reason I didn't know was, not real. I didn't realize it was a program. And I thought, oh, I'll totally do that. And so I made a demon. It wasn't horrible. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was looking forward to doing that at Monster Camp, but we unfortunately had to reschedule.
Do you find sculpting to be therapeutic or relaxing?
Completely. I think everybody saw me zone out last night.
We've been telling people a lot that we think that this kind of work is really good. Emotionally, mentally, whatever you want to call it. And boy, more than that.
No, I just want to make sure they could hear you because I'm about to Dremel. And they're gonna hear the Dremel.
Beast mode is looking awesome.
Oh, thanks.
London says beast mode means talking.
You know what? I will flock a beast mode one day.
Cobweb says, if the casting director can sculpt like this, imagine what the rest of the crew can do, even Rob.
Did you say even Rob?
Even Rob.
Rob was here today.
They want to know what you're doing.
There was a little booger on this mask that I don't like, and it was on the other one. And I just take care of it by buffing it out with the Dremel. I think it's a little air bubble or chip in the mold or something. I just forgot to do it before I started painting it.
They like to see.
So now that I've Dremeled it, I made a bunch of little boogers on it. And I will need to wipe those away with some naphtha.
Was it in the eye?
It's in the inside corner of the eye. It's right by the eye bag. Okay.
It's Beast Man, leave him gnarly.
All right, so I have a little bit of naphtha here. You know what? I was right next to a can of naphtha. No, I was next to the mineral spirits.
Wondering if a Lost Man, based in green, blocked with brown flock, then airbrush shades of green would look less astroturf and more moss.
We'll never know. Because I bought some beautiful moss flocking. I did. And I'm going to make one. It's going to happen. So now, me putting this on here, okay, I'm going to use the airbrush without any paint to blow away what I can. What I cannot blow away, I'll wipe away with the naphtha, which will, of course, take the paint off. Which I will then just repaint.
I fell into the dreaded trap of starting my derails before having my base structures done. 2 hours later, heard Alan's voice ask, "Why are you doing details already?"
You gotta work on those forms, man. Who said that?
Linda for us.
Yes, you have to have all your forms done before you move on to details and skin texture, or, you know, you're gonna have a beautifully textured potato. Nobody wants a beautifully textured potato. Not even people who like potatoes.
In a 3 to 5 pound foam, is 3 to 5 pound foam what I should use? Bill a master to remold.
Yes.
If Beast Man can control beasts, does that mean he can control Webster and Merman?
He cannot control beings with a greater sense of self. So he could not. Every now and then he could control Many-Face's monster form, but Many-Faces could fight it. So if they have a sense of self and they understand, I am this and I've named myself this, he cannot control them.
And I guess reverse the idea. Brown base, green flock, olive airbrush board.
Yeah, you know what? Let us explore the beauty of the flocking that came today.
Rodney Pope on tonight?
Rodney was on earlier. I don't know if he is right now, but he was on earlier.
Hey, Rodney, he's right there.
He's like, "Yeah,
This is your boy.
this is his boy."
Cowboy says, I'm going to do a zombie deer mix.
And this is Beastman's eyes I picked. I believe they are puma eyes, if I remember correctly. That's a mountain lion. In case someone didn't know what a puma was. And you can say, no, they're not. They're cougar eyes. Okay. This is the toolbox that I got for all future flocking components. That says flocking gun backwards, which is Nugnik Kulf. And in the top here is the flock. It all came in today, white, from the UK.
Is that what those packages were?
I got gray flocking for werewolf faces. It did not have pure white flocking, so I got this off-white flocking that I can airbrush to be pure white. This is the moss that I got for Moss Man. I'm so excited. Look at all those varying colors. Isn't that beautiful?
That is nice.
And it's little tiny hairs. And I put it in a gun and I shake them up. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:56 p.m.
It's like a bag of
Enjoy your
wacky
evening.
salad.
The devil's lettuce. So I have red and I have an orange, a yellow here to mix together to make orange. That's what they said I could do, because they didn't have any orange. So, oh, I also have black, and I have a dark brown for some werewolf and bear action. If you're not excited about werewolf and bear action, what is wrong with you? Well, that face. And I got this because I could store the flocking up top. And I could take off this. And here is where the flocking wand and gun are stored. All of its components are right here. And then up in this other piece, there was also manuals for the flocking gun. See, in this, there's manuals. If you give someone a manual in digital format, is it still a manual?
Yes.
Okay. You want to ponder the question longer than that? No? Okay. Well, I'm just going to put this away then.
Don't you appreciate someone who's decisive?
I do appreciate someone who's decisive. Is the camera on, Ambrose? We kind of,
What's on you?
right now? Oh.
Kind of delay. It's on Amber.
Okay, good. I'm just going to put this away. So there will be some flocking happening here after a while.
I want to see your flocking manager. Yeah, I agree, Fun, and thank you guys all so much for making that happen. That all came about because the night of talking about
Can I point it at you?
I was going to say, thank you all so much for making that happen, because that occurred. Blocking, the idea about it, and you guys just took it and ran with it. And hi.
Hi, white.
And you guys donated, and you made that happen. And that's
That was awesome. Thank you.
it was
Appreciate
awesome. Because of that, I think blocking is probably going to happen a lot around here.
it. Forrest,
It's really cool. So
don't eat that.
Thank you.
That's a box of clay. Don't eat that.
for the supporting him, really are doing a lot of good, and it's something you guys do.
Okay. So sometimes mask stuff means you have to wait for things to dry. But I am going to paint his teeth. I probably should. Now, the action figure's teeth are just white, you know. I'm going to put just a hair of color in the teeth.
Rue, I did not get a haircut. My hair is drying and it's behind me, so no. Mr. Siley did not get a haircut. It's just behind me because it's wet. I was fun. It's filthy. Good to see you too, Ezekiel. Where's my kitten videos, man? Slacker.
She's working. Don't send her kitten videos.
I've had no spooky videos for like 48 hours. Kiss fan says, we're just your typical happy car community, being awesome is what we do. Yes, you are. That was amazing. That and the chair, you guys have been just.
Are you sitting in your chair? You're not sitting in your chair. Here, I'm not sitting in my chair. You take this chair. I'm not sitting right now.
You need this chair.
Big Dog said no. You need the chair. Big Dog says, I just got back from dinner. What did I miss?
You made some stuff.
Talking about flocking. Flocking and saying things.
Me and Shannon were thanking you guys for the flocking gun, and I showed the flocking that I ordered, and it got here from the UK. So there'll be flocking in our future. The future is flocking fantastic.
So nice everyone, glad you got the flocking gun. Never seen it in action, so I'm excited to see it. I am too. It's fun.
I'm trying to push so we can get some orders out on Monday. And I have some folks getting their orders on Saturday. So I'm pushing to make sure that that happens well. But maybe tomorrow we'll flock some things.
Next round, we got another big round of t-shirts going out and masks and blanks. So if they go out in big waves because we are not close to a post office or anything, so we have to kind of do it in big chunks. Next wave is coming soon. A lot of you are starting to get your packages today. So glad that always, thanks for telling me that you received them, because that tells me that you're making your time.
The Postal Service for a while there was not doing well. They were very slow.
That is true. So
And it seems like they picked up their game.
about 2 days for some folks and things for us. I have a ghost prop set up in my dining room. It looks so awesome with Alex and Matt, so I'm sure take pictures and post pictures. Lisa, we want to see that.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad.
Tell Alan that I saw blood flocking at Buck Props.
Yeah, they sell it to mix in, but it's very small. They sell it to mix into something, and then those little suspended fibers give blood some texture. And they also sell that locally here at Bitty Mold Supply. I do recommend that you support Fright Props. They're a wonderful company.
Can you not get flocked in the U.S.?
Not in the lengths that I want in a short amount of time. There are companies that that will do it, but it's a custom order and it takes a longer time to get.
Papa Bear wants to know, so after all the flocking is over, we might have a little still piece running around. Papa Bear? I have 7 right now. I'm a very busy mom, so I think we're good. My Ed Head is coming tomorrow. It's only been 2 days. It's Logan FX.
That's great, man.
Car Beauty says our postal is still bad here. Feel bad for truck drivers shipping. They say it's worse than Christmas shopping right now. Is flocking font durable? That's a good question.
If you depends on your adhesive. Most of the time, it's done for movies, and so it's done just in a temporary fashion. They know that it only has to last like 30 days or so. So normally no, but you can make it haunt durable if you change the adhesive and if you then spray set it afterwards. It doesn't look 100,000 times as good when you spray set it, but it will last.
I'm on Real Materials site. They have 3 pound, 4 pound, and 5 pound flex foam. Which one should I get for my mask?
I'd probably go with the 4 pound.
Have the shop back ready. That stuff goes everywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to do it inside of a box. I'm going to build a little setup for myself so I can reharvest the flock.
Is Beast Mode form filled or is he a bust?
This is a bust. This guy is a bust. He's foam filled. This one. The other one that I did is he's a mask.
Say hello to Jordan people.
Hey, Jordan.
Beast mode brush is where you do make. I got you right. If you spray set it, can you brush it with, say, a grooming brush to fluff it out?
The flocking.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, I would not. I would spray it and set it, but then I would spray it in such a way where it stays where you spray it. So the orange that I put on first is the latex paint, and this is a tangerine ink from Pinata Ink.
Big Duck says, I ordered a 5-pound AB foam from Diddy today.
Great.
George would like to know if you've received any ghost orders yet.
Any what orders?
Ghost orders.
No, I have not yet received any sheet ghost orders.
This beast mode brush is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it finished.
Hey, thank you.
So, Alan, do you think the 2-pound trial unit will be enough to fill a mask?
Yes. One mask, absolutely. It should expand to 5 times its volume. So again, this is a tangerine ink that I'm doing over top of the orange paint that I painted. And I like this because it gives like a little bit of a glossy, plasticky look, which is what Beastman was made out of. Hey baby, were you able to tell a story?
How long?
Oh, a 2 to 3 minute story.
From what chapter?
What's that?
From what chapter?
I think you should tell a story about the building of the first monster museum.
Were you almost died?
That's the one.
That's very close.
Not the building, like the very first one.
Were you almost died?
Not the new building, the old building.
I know.
Oh yeah, we're almost done. This is Beastman-orific. It makes me so happy. Okay, wife, story time.
All right.
And while you tell a story, we're going to look at Amber's sculpture.
All right, guys.
In case Amber is possessed of the will to tell a story.
Are you gonna go eat?
I need to eat something.
You're hungry,
It's
aren't
all
you?
over.
I can tell.
I've made very poor
I know where you're
decisions
going.
today.
The bratwurst is still in the fridge, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to put a few forks in my mouth.
Okay. This is how this works, guys. He forgets to eat. This is how this works, guys. He falls over. I like to tell him that he'd be homeless and dead if he didn't marry me, which is not really true. But he might be hungry. So, in 2005, and this actually links up to a few things. In 2005, Alan and I were coming back from, no, I'm sorry. Let's go back farther. 2004, December, we had just gotten back from our honeymoon. And he got a call from Coy Severe at Scarborough Renaissance Festival that he was a go for the Monster Museum. And Alan had wanted to take a building and make a monster museum out of it as a walkthrough exhibit. And like I said, we had been married about 3 weeks, and so this was a great chance for him. And it started what was a mass production in our backyard. And I'm not kidding, guys. I mean, it looked like it was snowing. The styrofoam was everywhere, plaster, clay. Everything was in full production mode like I had never seen before. Like I said, we've only been married a few weeks. And he got friends to come over and start helping him that had never done this before, but they quickly learned, and it became just a push. So we're in December, and the Renaissance Festival opens in April, which means everything had to be made. Every sculpt, every mask, every exhibit, every wall had to be put up and painted. And it seems like a lot of time for April. It's not. And down to the last hour, there's a saying that at the Renaissance Festival, do not touch the paint on Saturday morning, on opening day. Don't touch the walls, because they were up, they're all wet because everybody's up the night before because you're still pushing. This was a massive push. There's one of 3 times that I like to say that Alan made the impossible happen. This was the first one. And it should have been an indication to me earlier in our marriage that this would happen again. And I try to keep it from happening because it's so difficult. It's so hard on him. It takes him a long time to recover. But he forgets about how hard it is and is ready to go to the next thing. And that's just the way he is. But he did open. We opened on time, though he almost died. I like to say he fell over and he slept for about 2 days straight. And he went about 3 weeks without me seeing him. He didn't come home. He just stayed there on site. He just kept working. And he was in the same clothes that he had left in 3 weeks before. Now, I don't know what to say about that. I like to think I'm a better wife. It's nothing I can do. Oh, but he made it happen. And literally, I mean, when you talk about taking a shell building and you have to put everything up, and you're also teaching your help at the same time while you're trying to make it happen. I said that, he almost died. Well, that is very much like I'd hoped these days were behind us because, we had a good team together. We put together the Trail of Terror at Screams every year, and just a great team, and we were really good. And then Dark Hour was born. Dark Hour was born in the late summer of 2013. I specify late because to put a show together in time for it to open, if you've done it before, then you know what I'm talking about. That the moving parts that it includes is massive. Permits with the city, inspections, life safety. You got to get the walls up. You got to get it decorated. You got to find people. It was incredible. And this started like in the middle of August. To put together a show this massive and trying to open it in 7 weeks it's lunacy. And again, here we go again. He went about 3 to 4 weeks without coming home. And I'd get a message here and there. It's usually a message that said, "Love you," and that's it. 3, 4, 5 days would pass. I'd get a text message, "I love you," 3, 4, 5. And that's it. I wouldn't hear from him. I had no idea, how he was doing. But I knew that he was alive. That was it. I just knew he was alive. But when I did lay eyes on him later, he was like a shell. And so, I say this not as a, it was terrible. It was wonderful. But yes, in a way it was terrible because it was so much to put together. So the Monster Museum in 2005 was the first time. The next year, 2006, the Monster Museum got a brand new building, its own building. The first one, 2005, was like an addition to the dungeon at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival, which is a small unused area that they gave him just to see how he did. But they liked it, and people liked it. They liked going in. And the Monster Museum, like I said, is a walkthrough exhibit. So for people who are geeky about folklore and Tolkien and, then you have things like, Worlds of Warcraft had gotten very big, and the monsters in games and in pop culture. He would recreate these, and then they'd have a plaque next to them, and people would end up going in there and just geeking out and reading and studying, and they loved it, and that was great. And it was very small, so they loved it in 2005. And we got the go-ahead to make the one in the new building where it's in now, which at the time was not a building at all. In 2006, again, almost died. He was gone for weeks and what have you. Literally built castle walls in a week, and that's literally the time it takes to do that is, it's when you're the main person doing it and you are teaching most of your help. A lot of his help has something that they had experience about it. They didn't have that much experience about it. And so I like to say this, the chapters in which the 3 times Alan has almost died putting together a show. 2005, 2006, and 2013. And I like to say, well, this will never happen again. This isn't going to happen again. He's going to, we got the shows up, we're done. This isn't going to happen again. But guys, let me tell you something. He's insured twice. Not even kidding. Why are you taking the phone away from me? Why can't I talk no more? Okay, so there you go.
I don't even know what you said. I have no idea.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Okay.
Insured twice. Not even kidding.
I think the last thing I should do on him is the blue. So I will do shading before the blue.
Thank you, Ezekiel.
But
Where is the Monster Museum?
it is in Waxahachie, Texas at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival.
And you were down there today.
I was there today.
Hey, Stephen Bishop. Hello, weird kid. Hey, Locke. We love you guys too. We'll see you Saturday, buddy. Bobby! Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Bobby Goblin.
Yeah. Hello, Bobby.
Thanks, buddy.
Bobby is an actor at Dark Hour also, and he is one of the actor trainers. And he also helps me out with electrical stuff here in the shop, as he is an electrician.
Big Dog Scarborough opens in first week of April, the weekend of April, and closes Memorial Day. Obviously, that didn't happen this year for the first time, but it is a spring Renaissance festival. Any commercial or preview of the museum on YouTube? I remember watching Alan make a prop that started my packing tape props.
I don't really have a, boy. I think the short answer there is no.
It's kind of going on getting a bit of a facelift right now.
Yeah, we're adding so many new exhibits to it.
Maybe after it's had its revamp, we can do that.
Yes, possible.
It is possible. It needs some love right now. It's going to get it.
Alexa, stop.
Ezekiel, you should. It's a lot of fun. The Scarborough is a beautiful festival. Spring in Texas is really beautiful, and it's a great time. So, yeah.
Does Australia have Renaissance festivals where they pretend to be from another time period?
You guys would love the Monster Museum. So once it's done and spruced up, we should maybe do an online tour.
Yeah, online tour.
It's a beauty though. It's a beautiful place. You guys would love it. It's very geeky.
Bring what?
Yeah, Stacy, that's a very old one, but they can give it to you there. Are you going to discover it there? Well, not this year, nobody is. But next year, they will rise, they will rise. Ezekiel says, we do have festivals like that. I really enjoy them. I've been to some amazing Viking festivals in Sweden.
Wow,
What?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. The weaponry you would come home with, I never mind. Girlfriend says, in Australia, they probably just have petting zoos that try to kill you.
Yeah, even better. All right, so now I got to pull up one of my references, little, so I can see what I'm doing.
Oh, gross.
Okay. Well, no, not okay. This is the brown shading. I don't need a reference for that. I need a reference for blue.
Ezekiel says, I got to choose a weapon at a Viking festival and smash a car. Them Vikings had the fitness, let me tell you.
Cheney, Boris, chill out. Let's behave, okay? There's company and you're on video. So let's all behave. Okay, I'm about to start the only scary part of this. I airbrush just detail texture on them. Now the toy doesn't have it, but if you don't do it on something this big, it looks silly.
CS Creations. Big Dog says, YouTube Wednesday, tour the museum.
That'd be an easy one.
Weird kid, we'll get you here. We will get you here. It'll happen.
So my friend and I were talking last night. One of those, 3 a.m. conversations. And he said that he always thought the blue around Beastman's eyes was war paint. And Beastman put on war paint. That's what he thought it was. And I always thought that he was just like a mandrill that has that real colorful face. So it's funny how something can exist for so long, and there's no nailed down canon as to what that is.
That's what it says too, if you thought it was manual too.
When he said he thought it was war paint, it kind of made sense.
Like woad?
Like what?
Woad.
Yeah, like woad. Hit the woad, yo.
Weird Kid says, I see Eduardo Talbot is going to rework the mask he made at Monster Camp last year and add eyes.
Yes, he right after we were done, like one of our closing conversations, he said, "This is a lot of work. I don't know that I'm going to make another one." And I'm like, I respect that. I understand.
That was Monster Camp 2.
So there is Beastman at this stage. It's the blue that really helps him to pop off a little bit, I think. Now we're ready for blue. Rodney, do you want Alan Colorful Face blue or do you want War Paint blue? He gets blue around his lip and he gets blue around his eyes. That's it.
He is Weird Kid. Eduardo was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed him.
Any word from Rodney?
Wayne. Weird Kid says those eyes look like a lot of work and they're beautiful amazing. Rodney says whatever you think looks best.
Okay. Then surprise, I'm going to do it my way. Anyone shocked? No one? Okay.
Yes, he says the first beast mode you practiced paint on yesterday, will you just repaint it and use it again or keep it?
I'll probably just sell it. I will do one for me eventually, but the one that I do, I'm going to do the original red where he's all red, that was what he looked like on the package art, but they never made a toy of that until like the 2000s. I'm going to grab some bright blue. Your reference helping?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They get bigger every time you see them, huh?
No.
They don't know they're in ones.
And blue.
As it crawls into your lap, wet from the pool.
Gross. I was snuggle with you till I'm fresh from the pool. Gross. Weird Kid says, I'm planning on buying one of Alan's Frankenstein masks in color, but I'm curious how much extra would it cost to turn it into a foam film bust?
$25. Well, if you want eyes and stuff in it, I have to charge for the eyes and things too. So I'd get you a price. A Frankenstein mask is only $125, $150 with foam, and $175 with foam, eyes, and all that finish.
1980 says, when my Mega Millions ticket hits, I will build a full-scale Castle Grayskull.
I used to work in a full-scale Castle Grayskull because Skull Kingdom was pretty much Castle Grayskull if you looked at it. So I actually have already worked there.
Did you fall off it?
I did fall off of Castle Grayskull. I did not have the power.
That was before you were insured.
I had the twisted knee is what I had. I have the copay.
Web says, when I get the lottery, I'm building Caxaware with operational thunder test.
Nice.
kid show says, I want a Ghostbusters firehouse lived in Pole Hall.
I'm liking that.
This is your beaster motor. So that little bit of blue just kind of sets him off.
Ezekiel says, I'm gonna build a monster's house. Everybody's talking about their Halloween lottery dreams. That's awesome. Amber, what are you gonna do?
But that hopefully comes true.
What would you build? Lisa says, I want my own dark ride that I can rotate the figure.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Chad says, Smith says, my 8-year-old self is going nuts over these stones.
Good. That's what he's for.
I would buy a nice house and have an old elevator like Edmonds that would take me down to my mask making later. Bates went down.
Went and lost the mouth while I'm here. Going to grab his eyes.
Cobweb says, I would like something like a mansard roof.
Like a what?
Mansard, M-A-N-S-A-R-D. I got to see the Psycho facade when I was 13 at Universal Orlando, but they tore it down. I guess to them, Psycho became obsolete.
Okay, so what was funny, all right, is there was only one place that you could really see the Psycho house well from Universal Studios, and it was Barney's Playland. when they built Barney's Playland, you'd be in Barney's Playland, and you would look up, and then you would see the Psycho house. It was awesome.
Poor little children.
If I were to win the lottery, I would fund Alan's $1 million business idea he had a few years ago about the caveat I get to play there whenever I want. What is this, Michael? What business idea was this?
That's not important, honey.
I know, I knew you should have said that. Cobweb says, what were you doing in Barney's Playland?
Look at the Psycho house. I was pretty far away on the other side of the park when I worked with Universal, because I was at Amity, which is almost halfway around the park from Barney's, which, boy, that was Curious George's. I mean, that area's turned over, I think, more than a lot of the others. Yeah, so never, eyeball placement. Give yourself room on eyeball placement.
Oprah has a wine cellar named like Old Mine Ship. I always thought that was cool. She does. That's amazing. Ezekiel says, I can imagine Carl and Barney being good friends. If I win the millions, pay me 10%, pay my taxes, build myself a replica of the rattler that takes from the driveway to the living room and into a 5-story bedroom where I can watch the food bowl. Edie! Edie!
You read that whole thing too.
Oh, Edie.
You fell for it again.
Did you live in Orlando Universal or in Hollywood, Alan?
Orlando.
A 13 Ghosts house would be my dream house.
Heck yeah. Except I have to wear a robe more often because a lot of glass in that house. House guest, change everything.
Chad Smith says, I so wish I could use one of those in my heart. I really want to be smart.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Jesse Papa Bear says, fantastic work.
Why, thank you.
1980 says, the glass house from 13 Ghosts was real. I love it. Hey. Hey. No. No. Paul Bennett says, hello everyone.
Hello, Paul Bennett.
New beast mode, I'm slowing it down on my Halloween till 4th of July is over.
Why?
Will it be hard to get long orange hair?
No.
Web says, it's time to drive home and hit the sack. I have client coach tomorrow putting in for the 39 Chevy.
39.
I would buy a cask of bourbon and some clay and make stuff. Oh my God. If I won the lotto, I would get cobwebs and build me a monster car. Nice. If I win the lottery, I'm going to get CNC to build me a Chanel. Big Dog says that bourbon makes the day better. He doesn't know.
That's probably a true statement there,
Scott
sir.
Frank says, can we get a quick Webster update? Was that last night?
Not, all right, so not Webster like the kid from the 80s TV show.
Say, what do you
Webster, who is the
Webster, you
master of the
corrected.
universe. Very different characters, although they were around at the same time.
Thanks, Scott.
There he is.
Hey, hey, hey. No. No, no. No.
Cheney.
No.
They are?
They're
No.
sitting very nicely.
Yeah, they're hoping.
Yeah, they're begging. No.
Sure, yeah, nicely. Yeah.
Will there be blood?
On beast mode? I don't think so.
Will there be blood on the web store?
Amber? She says yes. She's all about the blood. Okay. So I'm calling beast mode done here, except, well, he needs an amulet.
Are you good, Rodney? Awesome.
He looks like the action figure, which makes me happy. Let's go ahead and get his...
Look, it's the I don't blame the dog. I like cool bars too.
Yeah.
Danielle looks at, she has food.
She do. All right, so instead of staring at an beast mode that's not doing anything, we're gonna watch Amber eat a Cliff bar.
So he looks different than the other figure.
Yeah, I changed the paint up just a little bit. This is more like my drawing was. That was a test paint. Wanted to make sure what I was doing would work, and then
He doesn't have the same blue mark.
well, not the same, but they both have blue.
It is.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. It makes me happy, even if it's not mine.
Oh, you know what? There's blue I forgot to put on him.
What are you charging for beast mode?
Just the beast mode mask should be. I have to fill up the mold and see how much it takes, but he's either gonna be 100 or 125. He's a hefty boy. There we go. There, I added that little shock of color between his eyes that he has, which is very Mandrill-esque. I think that makes him look a little meaner.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but Ethan Hawke was in it about vampires.
Near dark?
No.
30 Days of Night.
No. Yes! It was Ethan Hawke.
30 days?
30 Days of Night. It's funny because all I can think of in that movie is Danny Houston. He's so good at that vampire leader.
All right, so I have to pour out the goat mask.
So good. Daybreakers. That's 30 Days of Night. Yeah, Josh Hartnett, that's right.
Oh, that's Josh.
30 Days of Night was one of those movies that I honestly it tapped into a lot of little fears. Really good. Chad Smith says, I'm gonna have to sweet talk Mama into letting me get one of those, and Ezekiel says, on your knees, Chad.
Okay. A little excessive.
There was supposed to be a sequel made, but of course COVID. That 30 Days of Night is one of my favorite horror movies. So good.
There was a sequel for 30 Days a Night.
I think they're talking about Daybreakers.
Oh.
That's the one Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, that was Ethan Hawke. And I love Near Dark too. Yeah, Daybreakers.
Hey, Amber,
Sir.
Zombie?
I'm going to lift up this goat mold, and I want you to pull the bucket off the bottom. Good.
All right.
Alan,
Yeah.
I need you to come to the camera. I need you to say hi to JJ. He is 5 years old and he loves watching you. So talk, say hi to JJ.
Hi, JJ. I hope that you enjoy making monsters. What's funny is, tonight I made Beast Mode, which is a toy that I played with when I was 5 years old. Maybe 7, whatever. This is the action figure that this guy is based off of. So, there. Your kid's head's a little dusty. And the paint always came off their nose. But this guy is this guy. So, very cool.
Big Dog says you're smart not wearing rings. He always forgets that leaves them on. Michael Lassiter just donated $50 to the Quiet Compressor Fund.
You just heard me turn it off, huh? It's coming, the Quiet Fortress Compressor. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. I gotta go back to my goat dumping. It's not a braiding hair every day.
That's terrible. Hey, Gregory Hayes. This is I'm actually glad that we have so much space in between houses out here because that is allowed to press on a whole bunch of square papers. Hello from the UK. Hi. Oh, UK, I'm going to get to you one day. Amber's face at Go Dumping was priceless, says Stacy. Yeah.
We can come up nicely.
Hashtag things you hear in the shop. It is awesome. JJ's birthday. Happy birthday, JJ. Hello from St. Louis, says Steve Bishop. Goat dumping sounds worse than casting.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, yes, but it was a latex
Oh my
accident,
goodness.
not a puppy accident.
Big Dog says story time. Ezekiel says story time symbol for a 5-year-old. Big Dog says Amber talks too much. Big Dog was at Monster Camp 4 that we had in January. That is amazing. Big Dog, that seems like years ago after all that's happened this year. Logan K says, Mad Dollar, for every time I wish I had a balanced creation, it would be safe to say that it was very busy making my mask. He says, thank you. He saw from ear to ear, JJ Church.
And which watcher does JJ?
Zombie nativity scene.
Oh, okay, awesome. I know who they are. Yeah. I didn't know that JJ watched. I've spoken with them several times on Facebook.
Kurt Pataya. Hey, Kurt.
Been a while.
Rodney. Rodney just donated $25 because Beats Mode is looking awesome. That is so sweet. Cody is fine.
That's what it looks like, compressor too.
Kurt says, I'm always just here looking. Kurt, did you get your shirt yet? That's your order shirt. Just sure I wrote down your stuff.
Okay. My goat is draining in the other room. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bart says, jealous of your beast mode.
Got more organic now.
What do you think?
So,
So, stand over here by this garbage can, Amber.
yes. I see it.
Use a wire, cut off, move it over. You're good.
What?
What?
Cut it.
Yeah, just cut it off.
What?
You want me to do it?
Yes.
And you're not looking at. What am I looking at? What do I see?
I'm seeing the draw.
Oh, I'm not even looking at the draw.
Oh, okay.
Well, look at how your nose, the lip point, and the lip point all line up. And then this is over that way a little bit. You see it? It's not centered.
No.
It's not centered. So I would just cut. Yeah, like see that's lined up, and this guy
Oh my God.
is over that way quite a bit. So I would just cut it off right here, slide it over. You want me to do
I
it?
can't do this. This is painful.
Don't watch.
Oh my.
You're gonna cut it.
Oh my.
Yeah, like see this is in the right place, and this is in the right place. But this is not centered.
Don't let. You gotta cut your baby.
Okay, now.
There, now
Okay.
adjust. Now you adjust. Now you blend this in over here,
Okay.
and pull that off a little bit, because these two were right. But also take your two fingertips
Mm-hmm.
and put them on your cheekbones. And you'll feel if one is higher than the other. You can close your eyes if you want. Are they in the same plane in space, or is one further back? Pick points on the face and decide if they are together. Like this one now feels really high compared to that one. Use the points in space, just fingertips, one fingertip, because you'll have a better sense than all your fingertips together. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Put on the points of the cheekbones.
Yes.
Okay. So make some adjustments.
Okay.
Now you're making adjustments. Now you're tweaking it.
Mike's Hard Woodworks, as Mike Stallworth says. Hey, it's Amber Crack.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm about to pour up a beast mode amulet. Do you guys want to see me pour that up, or do you want to see Amber keep working on web store?
So now he's a great teacher. Good job, Amber.
He is a wonderful teacher.
Sorry, I cut your head lump off.
It's a Rodney Hubson amulet.
Well, yeah, it's his amulet.
Mike's Hard Woodworks says, put Amber on the spot. Linda Forbes says, breathe, Amber, it's okay. Amulet. Amulet. Amulet, please. 1980 says, Amber needs to take over on Tuesdays. Mike's Haunted Woodworks. Amulet is cool. I was impressed when I got to pour that stuff. Big Dog says, yes, Amulet.
Okay. Artcast, no, that's flexible foam. Artcast A, Artcast B. Here we go. Ho, ho, ho.
Stacy says, Tuesdays, Amber can read, Amber can sculpt, and I'll read comments.
Ladies' night. Ladies'
I'm
night
game.
on Stiltby Studio. It's ladies' night. I will hang out in the pool.
Spook Shack says, Amber, keep working.
bring stories then. I'll get some steak. Stacy says, the softer side of still pizza.
I don't know. Have you all met Amber?
Starlight, Starbright, Beast Man I see tonight.
Woohoo! This is my digital scale. This is not your digital scale, wife. I see the look you're giving me. She's like, did he take my digital scale out of the kitchen? No. It's my digital scale.
Big Dog says, Amber, we learn from our mistakes or we are not learning anything. This is a true statement. Ezekiel says, Shannon, Stacy, and Amber sculpting. Give the big man a night at the spa with the Chicago pizza.
Woohoo! I like this plan. I'm all for it.
Good night, Michael Lassiter.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Hope you win the lotto.
Dead End Yard Haunt says, I see a clown. You do? Where?
Me? Talking to me?
1980 says, oh wait, is that a Keldor piece? I don't know where you're looking, 1980. Good night, Michael Lassiter.
I'm about to pour that up and you'll see what it is.
I sculpted a clicker from The Last of Us. I have no idea what to make next. Any ideas? I'm struggling.
Why don't you make something original to you? Why don't you make up a monster or do your version of an orc? Or if you like the clickers from The Last of Us, maybe then you should do a because that is a fungus-infested version of a zombie. Maybe you should do a fungus-infested version of some other creature. What if a troll was a mushroom-based life form? What would that look like?
So explain what you're doing.
So I am right now, I'm doing this by weight. I am mixing casting resin. I've tared my scale. I'm gonna do 60-60.
CS Creations, those dogs are thieves. Absolutely.
I'm gonna do a 75-75, kind of over poured.
1980 says that would look good on a particular Gar sorcerer's chest.
Would it now?
Dead End says you moved the camera off the clown bust.
Oh, there's no clown bust. What you're seeing, what you saw, is probably that right there. That's not a clown. This is, I painted so many masks on it. You can see like different eye colors and things. It's just a regular head bust. Clown.
Spook Shack says she's doing a very fine job. I'm in the middle of refining as well. It is tedious. Good night, Paul Bennett.
Thank you.
Hugo says, I'll be out early. Good night. In addition to talent, Alan practiced, experimented, persisted, dedicated, and worked someone he really likes to do. For those reasons, his workshops are fantastic. Hugo,
Thanks, Hugo.
you're awesome. What are we doing?
Trying to open this lid without going to get the right tool. I'm going to go get the right tool.
Did you see the He-Man chest piece I posted on the Creepers page?
I did. I saw your cosplay that you put together. That was great.
That's 1980.
Yeah. You liking it more than yesterday?
1980, I haven't seen it, so I'm going to have to check it out. It was not online today.
All right, so I did 75 before. Now I'm going to bring this to 150.
How do you know how much material to mix and pour?
Random guesses.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a terrible answer. We like numbers. Really?
Well, I do it by eye.
Oh dear. Sorry, Rob.
But I barely have time to do that.
Can you show that to the camera?
And now I'm mixing, and I'm mixing really fast because this does get real thick, real fast, and it's over.
Oh. Is it, can you still use it?
Well, I mistakenly grabbed the brushable and not the pourable.
Rob O'Brien says, crap.
Yeah, that happens fast, guys. Happens fast.
Have you ever thought of selling resin versions of the head bust you use at Monster?
No. I don't like to use a resin bust. I mean, no, I don't mind a resin bust. That's not true. I've used plaster so long. That's what I think in. So it'll take a little bit for me to think about it differently.
Ezekiel says, oh, he is human.
I just grabbed the wrong stuff. Yeah. Oh, I'm way human. I'm so human it's embarrassing.
So you have to do this again?
Oh yeah, I'll be doing this again. See, this one turns into a sludge, and then I can brush it. And you know what? It's the same resin, but there's a brushable version and there's a pourable version. This one sludges up as part of its curing process, so that it's brushable. And like if I was doing the mold of a silicone mask or something, I might want to brush this on. You know how you fight gravity when you're molding things? Well, that's why this is like a sticky sludge. And I think we're going to make this work. What is my demold time for brushable? Yep. About the same as the other one. So I'll be able to demold this in about 15, 20 minutes.
You have to worry about air pockets when brushing.
Well, you get to kind of brush them out as the upside.
Does this turn out the same in the end?
Yeah, same thing, same resin. It's just how it goes on. I'll do the other one for this one, and you guys will see the difference. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of backfilling on this guy, and I'll do that with the pourable.
I'm your friend.
Not your smart friend. Read your containers, kids. Read your containers.
I like that stuff. It looks fun to mess with.
Yeah, until you get it on your hand. And then it's burny fun to mess with. Okay. So, I do have a little more in here I could probably get out. This is kind of a paste. This is its gel stage, really. It's good for like if you make a mold. This is good for a brush-on mother mold. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:05 p.m.
Alexa, countdown, 15 minutes.
Amber, that looks
15 minutes.
What's that?
Starting now.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Crate save. Resin on resin is okay, or do you have to prep?
It's all good for resin on resin.
Did the resin orange, if you want, never mind. It's 1980. No.
You almost read the whole thing, huh?
You know what? I blindly read because I'm trying to keep up time-wise. Not always my friend. Doesn't always fun.
All right. Make our lives a little easier here. This is pourable art cast resin, A and B. When you have too many materials in your shop, you can get a mix-up like that. The whole reason that I have this one, I have this mold, is because I was going to mix up and foam something, and I had poured out A, and I realized it was not foam, it was silicone. And then I just did the other half real quick, and while the silicone was setting, I sculpted this. So it did not take very long at all. Let's zero our scale out.
Now I've just finished my Night Creeper 2020, a little more smoothing, and it's done. Now I have to order Ultra Cal latex hair and wet clay. What is the best hair to use on a Myers mask?
You want to go to the woolery and find a dark brown natural fiber wool with a coarse structure. $75. You know what? I'm gonna do 90. I'm gonna do 100. Okay. I have 100 of A in there. Now I'm gonna pour in B after I get myself a stir stick. Dos are importante. And I'm going to pour in 100 of this to get 200. Lid on. No accidents, no accidents. Stir like the wind.
Isn't the Night Creeper a mohair wig?
The wool from the woolery is where you want to go, man. That's where Myers hair comes from.
Stephen Bishop, when I'm building things, I go into the beauty shop and I get the weirdest looking because I'm buying weirdest looks because I'm buying an armful of different weave hair colors.
Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there for you. Or with you. Alexa, countdown. 2 minutes.
Alarm for what time?
Alexa, set a countdown for 2 minutes.
Second timer, 2 minutes, starting now.
See that? See this, honey?
Yeah.
We're turning into plastic. Was liquid, is plastic.
Kicks off fast.
It's hardening, 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 and it's going to reach its full properties. I'll be able to pull this out in about 10-15 minutes, but its full properties won't happen for about an hour.
It's hot.
Yes, it's hot. This kicks off. This is an exothermic reaction, so it puts off heat.
Graphic UK says it's magic. Kicks
It
off
is.
fast.
Every time that I make plastic like this, I feel like a wizard. It's liquid, 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 bam,
It
plastic.
looks like the pouring one hardens fast.
Yes, that's because you're going to pour it into a mold. You don't have to spend time brushing it on.
And Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, remind them about the sawdust.
Oh, well, you can put sawdust in this in order to use less resin, and that actually strengthens it. Alexa, stop. That it puts some moisture into it. It makes it kick off faster, and it lets you use less material when you're filling molds. We are hardening.
Is that clear or opaque?
That is a very opaque, almost like bone-colored resin. It is Artcast pourable resin from Bitty Mold Supply.
Where do you get your eyes?
The eyes you saw me put in today are from Van Dyke's Taxidermy. He is centered now. That looks better. Oh, is it a little crooked? That happens, you know, it happens, and you fix it.
I know you like to create, but you also love He-Man. Have you ever looked into obtaining licensing on any character?
I have thought about it. No, I haven't. When does like the line of the opening of your mouth happen? When was your plan to like put the actual line in?
I don't even know what
The deep space in the lips. Like your lips are melded together.
it's great.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
You see how on those cheekbones there's almost a little bit of a ball on the end? It's a little fuller, or is this a little more blade-like?
Yes.
It would be cool if you added that. You don't have to, but it would be cool.
That's why you would do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I realize you have an amalgamation of a couple references.
Right.
Are you puzzle piecing
I-
that? What have you done?
I
Hey, let's go look at the back of this and see what she's playing clay wad Jenga. What are you doing?
I was brave and I cut it.
How many times?
A lot.
Yeah, be brave like once in a row. You don't have to be brave a bunch. Now you're trying to erect or set it back together, huh?
Right? Well, you never know.
I would attach one, and they're solid, and then you can do the other ones around it.
Right.
When you step to the side a bit. Do you want me to tell you what I'm seeing?
Yes. You're not gonna hurt
Stand
me.
right there.
You're not hurting me.
Look at this shape,
Mm-hmm.
and look at this shape.
I saw that, yes.
Okay, so you're going to even those out.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
great.
The mirror.
And are you working over there? And are you working over there?
I was changing my position. Yes, I was sitting too long.
So what I will do is I may steal your chair
Okay.
and work on my monster fish also.
Scott says, you can do it, Amber. DJ Styles, I just posted the woolery for you. 1980 says, didn't Bruce say he made a chess piece for Spycore?
Spycore.
Spycore?
He did say that, I think. He made a mask for it. I don't know if he made the chess piece. This is the first pull of this piece. I made this.
Nice,
This is what's on the middle of Skeletor's chest.
nice.
So, yeah, that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna set that off to the side. And this stuff just takes longer to demold. The pourables, this demold time is 30 minutes for this, for the pourable. But it's hot in Texas, so it's faster. Let me check the brushable and see what its demold time is. Okay, it says 60 to 90 minutes, so this should. I'm going to put it in the other room where it's actually warmer, and it being warmer in the other room will make it kick faster.
Skeletor and Faker has the same chess piece. Oh, that's a
Yes, he does. He has the same chess piece. Faker.
Faker?
Yeah, it's He-Man, but he's blue, and he's a robot that Skeletor built. These things are important.
We should know them.
Is the camera? What's the camera on, honey?
It is on right here.
That's boring.
Any He-Man allies coming down the pike like Stratos or Zodak?
No, we don't do good guys here.
Alan, how should have picked her apart yesterday? Jerry? Not sure what you're saying. Alan, how should have picked her apart yesterday? Help me, Jerry.
Are you saying that I should have critiqued her sculpture more yesterday? That's not very nice.
I don't know that that's what he's saying.
Oh yeah, go, fans. I gotta hose this off, be right back.
Alexa, stop. Big Dog says, cat video time. Dead End says, Amber has steel concentration. Rodney Pope says, I can't believe this is Amber's second sculpt. Awesome. Rodney is planning to come to one of our monster camps too. So
That's excellent.
yeah.
Are we the same one?
I don't know which one you're coming to.
Well, because I don't know.
It's okay. You're local. I mean, we'll figure it out. We've got one in August, and these are your 5 and 6 that we just opened it. So
I'm waiting for haunt season planning.
and you're probably going to be a last minute here, Amber. Sit here and sculpt, and that's fine. you're local, you're not traveling, so we can pretty much fit you in. The people who are traveling,
Sure.
those are the ones that I want to make sure, have the chance to make all the accommodations. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Amber is doing a mint job.
Yes.
Thank you. Of course, now that's thrown everything in the back office.
You should call this your Masters of the Universe collection.
Maskers. That's clever. I like that. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Ears were all right?
Ears are good,
All right.
yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I did 874 of them.
On your
my
first
other
sculpt.
Yes,
Yeah.
did a few. I'm not going to hurt my feelings.
Can't believe Amber's smiling so much, not a curse word has come from her.
Who said that?
Ezekiel.
It may be an effort.
I'm making a huge effort.
Rodney, I think we're good. I think we're good as far as the plan for Monster Camp, Rodney, is, and although and others, is that we're gonna take care of our Monster Camp 5 and 6, which was the April, which was 5, and May, which was 6 camps. Those folks who have already paid and committed, and hopefully we will be able to open it back up like we planned. I think these live feeds have really made people want to give this a go, and that's exciting. And it's also kind of difficult because it's dangerous to go right now. But I think that hopefully by August and September we'll be in a spot where we can have a small gathering, a small safe gathering of people in a classroom setting that has got room and practice the proper safe etiquette, and hopefully we can make it happen. So we'll plan it by ear, but we'll get there. Ezekiel says, Amber has a weapon in her hand. DJ Styles, I'll be sending a finished mask to you guys. Thank you for all your help. Ooh.
That's awesome. Thank you,
Oh
sir.
my goodness, that's exciting. That is very exciting. After the rabid Sid Vicious sculpt, the stick for symmetry and checking eye placement seems excessive. Says 1980. After the rabid Sid Vicious sculpt, Alan using the stick for symmetry and checking eye placement seems excessive.
Oh.
Because you ripped the eyes off?
I ripped them off and then I put them back on level. I mean, I check. You have to check your symmetry. Well, things in nature are not symmetrical, so it's okay for you to be off a little bit. But I guarantee you, if you aim for perfect, you're going to end up about as asymmetrical as nature does. Wow. That silver just ate that purple. What? Yeah.
DJ, I sent that, but I'm going to tag you on it now. There you go.
What'd you tag DJ on?
The Woolery.
Yeah, the Woolery is
I
great,
think
man.
that the conversation, comments get buried, it's very hard
And
sometimes. And so-
DJ, if you call them and say, I'm making a Michael Myers mask, they will say, oh, use this wool here. Like literally, they know what's up. They're not just sheep people. Not there's anything wrong with sheep people.
Did you get that, DJ Styles?
Not being a Myers guy myself, I don't know exactly which wool. I can tell you which ones I use for the Wolfman, but look at this. We made it.
So what's the name of the hammerhead? I say Sid's mother-in-law.
Oh, I actually have not named the hammerhead tonight.
Hammerhead's name is Sid Buick. What's wrong with you?
What, that was Ezekiel?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, because you said that last night. It's because Buicks have tail fins,
Granny and the Whale's Love Child.
and for a while there last night it did look like Sid the Sloth.
Yeah.
It really did.
No, Ross, Monster Camp is not in the same months each year. Monster Camp is,
Based upon the whims of our schedule.
that's a, not, well, sort of. Monster Camp is, how are we able to do it? It really comes down to, okay, boy, if,
Tell them how it is, White. Tell them. Lay it down.
would you be quiet? If there was no virus and pandemic happening, the factors we would have for Monster Camp would be Transworld, the Renaissance Festival, which happens a week after we get back from Transworld, MHC, the shows that we go to, where can we fit it in, and quite frankly, how close can we do it without haunt season, and then the other shows that Dark Hour does off-season shows. So it basically comes down to availability. I wish we could say, Monster Camp happens this week of this month every year, and maybe one day we'll be able to. Quite frankly, we never knew it was going to take off like it did, and we love that. It's very
We thought
exciting.
we might do just one.
We thought we'd do one, it'd be cool, and had no idea it would take off the way it did. It's very exciting. But we have to have a full weekend to give to it, and that's harder than you think with what
And when we
do.
say full weekend, we mean full weekend. I could not do it. You can see I look like I'm peeping over top of the shark.
You are.
We could not do it on a weekend where we have anything going on at Dark Hour.
Dark Hour or any other shows that are local, and there are a few local shows that, and such. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit of Jenga. So it's not the same weekend. What we are trying to do, again, pretending like there was no virus, there was no pandemic, is trying to give as much early notice as possible. So folks have the time to, see, does it work with their schedule, get their time off from work. There's a lot of moving parts to it, and we understand that. So that's kind of what we try to do. I think when time comes and maybe we're not both working full time, that it will be easier to do more. But that's not here yet. So okay. So Ross, I hope that answered your question. Can you guys see? I'm going to move it a little bit closer so you can see. Is that good? So you guys can see. Okay.
I like his chin fangs. I did a Krampus a few years back with chin fangs.
Is it Dark Hour? Did you keep it?
There's one there. One or two of them. I'm smoothing out a lot of my corrective work from yesterday, just so I can get a texture on it. I'm pretty close to skin texture phase.
DJ Styles loves your Sculpt, Amber. Thank you. Amber is making another face on the back of the head. That would be great. It's the sloth face. Amber, that looks good.
Is that you or is that someone you're reading for?
That is someone I read.
Okay.
And I am spinning here, so I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna put it back up on the big screen for you.
No, no, I want the computer to work properly. Just a second. There it is, okay. Ezekiel said, oh, Ezekiel. Ah, Ezekiel says, the rear shot of Alan's hammerhead is interesting. It looks adult.
Yeah, there is a bit of dat booty going on. Yeah. It has clefts and crevasses.
1980 says, I took a look at the Myers page. It doesn't list the exact hair for the Don Post original Shatner mask.
That's because the Don Post original Shatner mask was actually yak hair. But they're going to find, what you're going to get is going to be a close approximation. Yak hair is getting harder and harder to find. Because yaks are getting harder and harder.
I need an old guy. Holding out for a goal until we get up time. Gotta have one. He's gotta have it. He's got to have books like mine.
Good job, Ross. Okay.
What did Ross do?
He wants to come to Las Vegas.
Come on, Ross. Hang out with us.
Hey, Ross, I try to get word out as early as possible. So right now we're honoring the Monster Camp 5 and 6 classes first in hopes that this works out. And then we're gonna hopefully be able to open new classes. 1980 says, says the part 2 version of the hair was repainted. The mask has been abused by the filmmakers.
Yeah, there's so much Myers mask like stuff that happens. It's in part 5, I think it is. There's one mask in the opening shot, and it is a vastly different sculpt for the whole rest of the movie.
No, Scott, it's just 3 of us. Did you hear another voice? Scott says, who's talking to Shannon? 4th voice. That's creepy, Scott.
Ghost.
Yes, no.
2-sentence horror stories.
James Minnick says, hi, Alan. How are you?
What's up, James? I'm good, sir. What?
Are you making the 4th voice?
I was making sharp.
Sharp notes, of course.
Scott says, must have been Boris.
I'm becoming happy with the sharp. I mean, I'm close.
And today says, it's as bad as Jason Mask. There's a lot of different versions from each movie.
Yeah, there are.
Scott McDonald says, hey guys, missed yesterday and the first half of tonight. Can I get a quick scan to see what your sculpt and the name?
I'm sculpting a hammerhead shark. We don't know the name yet. Honey, who's a regular who's on?
Horror Beauty, Scott Creighton, Chad Smith.
Has Scott Creighton ever helped assemble the name for a mask?
Scott, sound out. I don't know if you have. Have you ever chosen the mask name?
Because we could have people start voting on mask names for the hammerhead. Well, and for web store, I think you're pretty close. How do you feel you're doing time-wise on this one compared to your first mask?
It's exponential.
Flying along?
Yes, Scott picked a number.
Oh, you picked a number before. Okay, well, that's fine. You can still, that's not that big of a deal. But let's have you go ahead and coordinate the name, okay? So everybody who is watching, we're going to name the hammerhead shark mask tonight. So Scott is going to coordinate that name. He's going to listen to what you guys have to say. It is 9:36. You guys want to do the shark first, or do you want to do webs? Well, you know what? Scott will do the shark. We'll pick somebody else to help coordinate the webs for me. How's that sound?
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, how long are you letting your masks dwell? I have 2 pools. They're not as thick as I prefer. I let one dwell for 30 minutes and the other dwell for 50.
Well, it depends on your humidity. And also, you could be burning your molds out if you keep running them over and over and over again. They just have moisture in them. They just sucked moisture out of latex before, so they're not in a hurry to suck up more moisture. So what happens is you have to let your molds rest for a couple days, and then you'll find your dwell times go back down.
Edie Blunzer says, aside from falls and toxins, what would you consider a dangerous aspect of the haunt genre?
Aside from falls and what?
Toxins.
Toxins? Toxins aren't that big. Fire. Death from fire. Smoke inhalation. Some aspect of a haunted attraction catching on fire and the guests that are inside not being able to get out. That is the biggest danger that haunted houses face. Everything that a fire department wants to do is to get people out of the building as quickly as possible. Our job as a haunted house is to make a building as confusing and dark as possible where it seems hard to get out of. We are at cross purposes. What we have to do as haunters is make it as safe as possible. So I would say fire hazards. We also like all this hanging stuff that's dry and looks cool. Well, that's all increases your fire load. I mean, it's a mess. We have to think about fire and fire safety in every single step of the process. A lot of people say that the fire marshal is too hard on haunted houses. I'm not sure they're hard enough, because a lot of times haunts get by with things that they should not. We had a small fire at dark hour and a sprinkler saved it. It was during the day. It was an oven, a foam oven. Part of the insulation caught fire, but a sprinkler overhead kicked on and put that sucker out. And minimal damage, no loss of life or anything. If we did not have a sprinkler system, I think half our haunted house would have burned down before the fire department got it under control. So you have to have fire safety in mind all the way through the process. And if you don't think that is the #1 danger for haunted houses, I think you're wrong. And you should really reconsider it. Has a big haunted house fire happened yet? Well, not while they were open, but find me haunted houses that caught fire and didn't burn all the way down to the ground. That's pretty hard to do, because that's what they normally do. Because we build them out of things like old pallets and tinder, and then we fill it with burlap because it looks cool, and then we've made a tinderbox. So fire safety is the #1 danger for haunts. And that was probably not a very fun or very sexy little speech I just made, but it's important for us to hear sometimes.
Stacy says, I'm really proud of how our team handled the emergency situations when we had patrons in the haunt. Turns out, training works.
Yeah, tornado is actually another issue that you might deal with. We had a tornado happen while we were open, and we rather quickly got people from inside of the haunt into the hallway and had them safe, and then restarted the show and got everything going again. So I too am very happy with our team, but we train for it. We work on it.
Hello, Masato K. Your doodles on the Still Beach page are awesome. The
Yes.
page. Oh my goodness, what an artist. What an amazing artist you are. Ezekiel says, the show when you guys got caught in the great white show really changed the industry. Such a tragedy.
Well, yeah, I mean that, and then the Six Flags fire. Look up that. That was a haunted house. The station fire, which was Great White, I think. Yeah. Who? Stacy tried to blame that on Whitesnake. No. Yeah.
DJ says, this will be a mass large enough that even Alan can wear it.
Oh.
So some of the names, Sid the Shark, Sharpie Sledger, Chum Bum, Razor Jaw, Hammer Time,
Hammer time.
Sledge. That was Lockhart.
That's kind of funny.
Stacy says, I'm never going to live that white snake faux pas down.
Yeah, Whitesnake is awesome. I now appreciate their music. When I was a youngster, I appreciated Tawny Katane, who was dancing on the hood of the car. She wasn't really dancing; she was just kind of rolling around.
Alpha 5, Sledge, Hammerstein, or Hammerstein, Johnny 5, Sledge Blow, Hammer Eyes, Ball
Sledge
Pea,
blow. That's interesting.
Ball Pea, Mallet Melon, Sledgehammer, Sid the Hammerhead, Hammer Time, Jackhammer, Chumlord, Wallet Mouth,
Chumlord. Wallet mouth.
Mallet Mouth,
Oh, mallet mouth.
Nail Biter, Malleus Prime. Those are creative. Sid Fishes.
You know what I would name this mask? Hammerhead Shark Mask. This is why I let them name things. I'm not good at naming things.
Gallagher.
Gallagher?
Sledgehammer that he does.
Oh, okay.
Hammerhead Shark.
Okay, yes, yes. That's a little bit of a reach, I think.
So I'm sorry, but the shark looks like a mustache. Clever Lane. No, Horror Beauty, it was Steve Haynes who gave Alan the hair shoes.
Stephen Haynes.
Mallet Face, Dr. Chompkins McHammerstein, Ball Pea.
Dr.
Chompkins McHammerstein.
No.
Pound of
No.
Teeth.
Pound of Teeth.
Shark number 2. Robin
Yes,
Wyatt.
that's what I would name it. I would name it like Shark Number 2. I think that's a great name. That guy gets it. He understands the art of naming things.
Bone Crusher.
I know that Ripper is taken. Wave Ripper is taken.
Sloth Shark, Seals Hammer, Hammergore.
So what I just did is in the bag of a little tiny shark fin on there. Look cute. Look at that.
I know.
What?
Slammer Time, Sledge-O-Matic. Seathor,
This is why there's no story
Riptide.
time.
The Finlet.
So Finland, yes. No, his name cannot be Finland. The name should have some kind of seriousness to it.
Just name him Frank. I can see him singing Frank Sinatra tunes. Boss.
Boss, the shark.
Shark of different name. What was in Six Flags? Was a fire on a roller coaster?
No, there was a fire in a haunted attraction.
George. Finland.
I believe 4 teenagers died.
Can you imagine running into something like this and have a normal name?
Paul.
George.
Paul the shark.
Not your daddy's hammer. Steve. Hammer toe.
Like hemorrhage, you do hemorrhage.
Nice. Don't say Bruce. Shrimp nibbler. Grinder.
Shrimp nibbler. Where's the much awaited shrimp mask, by the way? I was promised a shrimp mask.
Were?
I was. A picture of it was posted that had me mildly concerned.
Showing a four-headed shark nest now for your home. Four-headed shark. Sledge. Shrimp nibbler. Peter Gabriel. Shrimp grinder. King razor tooth. Undertow or riptide from the other day would be good. Waterlog. Fishing hammer.
Fishing hammer.
Carter says he was promised a shrimp mask. Jackhammer. Hammer McHammerface.
I'm gonna keep the Finland. I've decided.
Okay.
This style of fin is like a mullet for sharks. It's not in fashion, but it still happens. I'm pretty close on him. I feel pretty good.
Chumley. Dead Sea Death. Hammer up, front party in the back. There you go. A mullet of sharks. Bob. Bruce's brother Shelton. Completely hammered. Death tone.
Amber, I'm going to bring the camera around to my side, okay? While I polish. Actually, first I'm going to go
How much time's left
touch my Beastman medallion. What's that? Tonight?
for the naming?
Oh, what time did I say the naming had to happen by? 9:55. You have 5 minutes. Start putting in actual hammerhead shark names.
Who's doing it? Scott?
Yes. Great.
Scott Creighton. Pressure. Poor Scott.
He can handle it.
You don't have to.
Honey, what's tomorrow, Friday?
Yes.
Still I operate. I don't even know what day it is.
says, so we're giving you all Sid, the great name Sid, and you think Sid, you have Sid, already picked a Sid name.
I think she wants Sid.
Sid fishes. It's like Sledge is getting a lot of. Gal hammered on the beach, chum jaws, sledge biter.
Beachcomber wouldn't be a bad name.
All right, so I guess that should go better. We can maybe be over
Out.
out.
Bring him out a little bit. You asked that right as I was about to say, maybe.
Tyler. Sid fishes because he's vicious. Beach stalker, chumpster, blood tide, shrimp eater, side eye with bushy tail. Ocean bark, chumpster the monster, chumpster, chum bucket. Sid chumper. Edie. We're at 4 Sids, I think. All right, Scott, getting close. Mr. Hooper. That's awesome.
Mr. Cooper?
From Jaws.
Oh.
Great job, Alan. You really brought the mold in for a landing. Hey, Warren. You're the Captain Scully of Sculpting. I never doubted. Alan Anderson. Nailer. Great goal.
Worth it.
1 minute. There's Scott Creighton. Simon's tool belt. Beach stalker.
Beach stalker. Look at the sides of it. It's out. These people. What do you mean, these people?
Chummalicious. Hammer time.
Stop. How about that?
All right, Scott Creighton. My clock says 9:55.
The wife says, you
It's
got
time.
to do it.
You must choose. Stacy Hawkins also says 9:55, as does Stephen Bishop. Spook Shack, can you see the space station from where you are? It blows my mind that we can look up in the sky and see that thing move across it. There's people up there. 9:55. Hammer time. Scott Creighton says it's hammer time.
Oh, it's hammer time. I don't mind that. That's fun.
Thank you, Scott. He says there were 5 Sids and 6 hammer times. Sorry, Edie. Edie's gonna be mad.
What did she want?
She wanted Sid.
Well.
All right,
Okay.
hammer time.
Amber,
Yes.
how you doing? So you need some action. You need some depth a little bit. So this tool, let's just say I'm looking at your reference and then I'm looking at your piece. Let's just say that. So that just defines. Boom, it's a definition. And then you do the same here. And that turns that into a muscle.
Cool.
Instead of just a ridge, you know? And then up in here, because you have that crease.
Okay.
He's gonna have like this. He's a spider, so he's kind of segmented. So this flows up into the ear. But using this guy, it's already made a little more subtle.
Wow.
And you can, the jaw that you're having issues with, define it. And then send it that way. And then use your loop tool to pull that back where you need to.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I think that's amazing. It's good to know.
Okay. So you guys can see what I did was I cut in a little bit with that tool, okay? I cut in like around the eye and I cut in for that brow right there. But then on the side of the head, I cut in under this cheekbone. And that's a little too curvy in all honesty. What I would probably do is I'd probably take this up this way. That gives that more power and weight. And then you'll loop tool this back so that this is the powerful piece.
Got it.
And I did the jaw there. So
Now, would you line
I did
it?
the left side because you're right-handed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would line it like that and then go back with
Then
the
you
loop?
rate you with a loop, yeah. And what I mean by that is this. I take one side,
Yeah.
but you'll see how fast that is defining
Oh, instantly.
and giving strength
Yeah.
to that area.
I got you.
That was, it just wasn't defined. It was vague. It wasn't bad, it was just vague.
Cool.
Okay,
Got it.
and that will progress you like the next leap forward.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. That's what you want to do. You want to move from jumping point to jumping point.
Question whether MC Hammer has that thing, has that trademarked.
He wouldn't have it. He wouldn't have it trademarked as the name of a mask, and that's what we have to worry about, because he would not have a mask named Hammer Time.
I think a seahorse mask would be fun. It could be made scary.
Someone just made a seahorse. Oh, I'm going to make a seahorse mask out of the goat.
Here you go, Rachel.
Yeah, I was talking about that the other night. I'm like, someone made that. No, it was me. I was thinking it.
Spook Shack, where are you? It says it'll be flying over at 12:09. Where are you, Spook Shack? Sequestrian mask, you say?
Don't look down. You may see me in the hot tub all natural. Probably should have told him that. What you thinking?
You're just not afraid, but yeah.
Well, you were stuck in a traffic circle. You keep pushing it around, but you
Sure.
gotta dig in.
Sure.
Dave says, I like it, Amber. Kind of reminds me of Web Store from He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Well, thank God.
It is web store for me, man. That's exactly what she's making. Nailed it. Good job, Amber.
Woo!
He says, going to bed, good night, God bless, young lady. Your sculpt looks amazing.
Thank you so much. Good night.
I have made a texturing hammer that I like the texture on this piece of foam. But I thought, why not make a hammer out of it?
Web Store kind of looks like the demon figure from The Exorcist.
Yeah, a little bit of Pazuzu happening in there.
Blue Shack is in Michigan. Okay.
See this texture here? This is sort of matting out the shark. You're getting that shine off of the clay from using the wet brush on it. I'm slightly sculpting also as I push some areas down.
How's that stamp working?
I think it's working well. Let me get close and I'll show you the texture it's doing. Honey, can you see that texture on there?
Not as well. There you go.
Can you see it?
1980 says, oh my God, I've been calling that mask Spider. Oops, I can't get my Masters of the Universe names right. Spider was the spider vehicle.
Yes, it was. It came out the same year as Monstroid came out for Hordak. And that weird mantis thing. I forget the mantis monster's name.
Bob says that he likes the turkey skin.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a little texture to it. And it might not stay that way, but that's how it is right now. Thinking, Amber?
I'm trying to make it even.
Good night, Steve Bishop. 1980 says, I have a spider where it worked for about 30 seconds and it lost all its legs.
You did not insert your plastic clips properly, sir. Monstroid had some kind of a crazy wind-up feature where he would spin around holding a monster in each claw. Hey, honey, would you mind moving the camera around to show from this angle? I think they would rather see the monster's face than my face.
Your face.
Your face's face.
Your face. Okay. I'm gonna do. Okay.
Just sit her down all the way.
A little closer.
There we go. Alexa, countdown 15 minutes. Amber, you have 15 minutes.
Starting now.
Amber would stay working on this until 3 a.m. I am old and like to sleep.
How heavy is the hammerhead sculpt?
Well, I went through all of my 25 pounds of clay, and then I got another block of clay. So 32 pounds of clay, and then probably 25 pounds for the head bust.
Amber's mask can be called the Amber Villain.
So what I'm using right now for texturing, this is a paintbrush that got paint in it and it dried out. But now it becomes particularly stiff, and I mean, you can even, I keep these because you can adjust it, like I can cut it down just a little, and now I'm going to have this real stiff bristled brush where some of them are stuck together and some of them are not. So that's just going to make this great texture that's going to happen here.
That hammerhead is doing the yearbook photos.
Big smile, big smile, big smile.
There he goes, MacGyver sculpting again. Genius, says Messiah K.
Oh, I don't know about genius.
Chad says, my wife lost it the other day. And you two said, your face. That is my comeback to my kids when they say something dumb to me. Not everybody gets it.
Chad, Alan said that to me. We were in the grocery store one day, and I said something, and I said, you know, we gotta keep that fresh. You gotta keep your face fresh. And this woman turned around and looked at us like he was insulting her. Like, oh my God, lady, we're joking. They don't always get it.
Also, one time in the frozen food section,
Oh,
we were I said I wanted to get something, and she's like, "We don't need to get that." And I said, "Woman, don't make me bust you up here." And some lady turned around, and Shannon goes, "What'd you say?" I said, "Nothing, honey. I didn't say anything."
then you said, "You sure are pretty."
Yeah, I said, "You sure are pretty, honey." That's what I said.
She
Yeah.
didn't. She didn't get it. She didn't. She
Yeah.
didn't know we were playing. We're just playing. I had a lawyer that had braces on his teeth. He said, if we win, I'll be on retainer. 1980! Damn it! Oh!
Honey, every time.
I am telling you, 1980, you're gonna be on a review status from now on, because I blindly read everybody's comments just because I'm trying to keep it up on time, and I just blindly read your bad jokes every time. That's it. You're on a 5-second delay.
No mas, she says.
Like Kanye
No mas.
West on the Grammys.
Yeah.
From this angle, Amber's skull looks like a protruding brow and a nose from the back.
A bit. I was thinking like a real wrinkly avocado.
Not baked potato.
Not yeah, you're way past potato face. Potato face. Do 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 do. Potato face. Do 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 do. Potato face. Do 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 do. Sorry about that.
Ezekiel says, I got the super concerned look from a shop assistant when he asked me what I was doing with the mask I was buying. I told him I was robbing a bank. He went into some rant about being a better human. Oh, Ezekiel. Good night, Linda.
Good night, Linda.
Good night.
So for the record now, I have outpaced all of my reference material, so I'm just winging it. I'm making up anatomy that I think looks cool, which in there, by the way, danger lies. But I'm doing things that I think will make this more visually interesting. Going kind of off book this late in the game is necessary because most good drawings or references don't have detail. They have your primary and secondary forms. Once you get those, you have to let your references go so that you have room to make a sculpture. And you can also have your primary and secondary forms locked in, but they're wrong. So don't be afraid to revisit those. What?
1980 says, Linda, listen, Linda. Good night.
I love that video.
That video is funny, but
Man, that kid needs a beating.
that kid needs a beating.
You know what, though? He heard a dad or an uncle or somebody talk that way to her. And, yeah. He shouldn't be. What you doing, Amber?
I'm making spider eggs.
Okay.
I'm defining spider eggs.
It's those spider eyes. Look at you. So that, what I just sang, was nothing like what I intended to come out of my mouth.
This isn't very great.
There was something about eyes that I was going to sing to the tune of Secret Agent Man, and then it turned into some other song.
It's a mashup.
Non-intentional mashups happen all the time. Okay, I just wanted some kind of interesting anatomy here in this throatal area. And I wanted the opportunity to say the word throatal. So why wouldn't you? So I'm taking the opportunity now to put a little more breathing in here. I'm going to cut this out underneath of here. That's why I'm using this to make this go fairly deep.
And it says, that's the best Adam's apple I've ever seen on a shark farm.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of Adam's apples on sharks. But yes, I may have sculpted the world's best shark's Adam's
Oh,
apple.
Michelle, thank you. Michelle Schulte just gave us a $25 super chat.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Why'd you do that? We weren't even talking about stuff. I'm barely even entertaining, let alone working. It was a song. She liked my mashup.
Chad says, we also make jokes in our house about punching each other in the throat. Not a crushing, but just a gentle shut up kind. People think we are just
Yeah. Yeah, just like I'm gonna roadhouse you. Remember that movie, Patrick Swayze? It's excellent.
Dalton.
What?
He's my spirit guide.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Be nice until it's time to.
Then it's time to not be nice. Then you take it outside. In the weirdest job combo ever, I was a rollerblading wolfman in downtown Orlando for Janie Lane's Sunset Strip. And then when I was done with that, at midnight, I was a bouncer from midnight to 2. Often still in the werewolf costume.
That's excellent. It's intimidating.
Cops love to see the wolfman throwing somebody out of the boat. I've decided that this shark needs a little bit of mouth herpes. I don't know what he eats, but it's gonna cause a problem.
Alan Hammertime is looking wonderful.
Thank you. Now, adding all these ridges and stuff, he actually is getting less shark-like. So I have to be careful about that because sharks don't have that. They're so smooth in their body, but I didn't like all that devoid of stuff. I wanted some movement in here. Luckily, he has shark teeth that pull it back towards shark.
He eats shrimp, right? Wasn't 1980. Wasn't Ross Riker. It's Lisa Aaron.
eats what he wants. I eat what I want. So Amber, can you see what I've done down here at the bottom of my mask?
Yes,
Where I've defined that bottom edge?
yes.
Take a second and just clean up that bottom edge of your mask, because it's gonna really affect, first of all, right now it's all thinned out, and that's gonna dry out faster. So if you just cut this back to a nice clean line,
Yes.
it makes molding easier, it makes trimming easier, and it will trick you into thinking it looks better. Because your eyes don't follow that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It'll look cleaner.
Rachel says, well, he's not a straight shark, he's a shark-inspired monster.
That's true.
Now he
That's
has a
true.
dolphin-nosed sheep.
Yes, a mullet.
A what?
A mullet.
A little shark mullet. Well, I'm pretty happy with him. I mean, it's right now I'm in that smoothing phase where I can smooth it out and add textures and do all kinds of crud to it. Depends on how long I want to take. But I'm really close.
It's an awesome shark, Ellen. Close for calling tonight. Good night, Scott Creighton.
Good night, Scott Creighton. Thanks for helping me name this hammer time.
Hammer time. Chad says, I love the tension in the neck and the stretch in the skin.
Alexa, stop. Amber, put down your brushes. Just go ahead and finish cutting that. That's fine. Yeah, see how nice and clean that looks?
It's much better.
And now, you want to come back and finish this at some point? Or you want me to finish it? Or do you want to finish it? You want to finish it. What's tomorrow, honey?
Friday.
Friday. Tomorrow's not good. What does Saturday look like, honey?
We have folks coming by Saturday at 11 to pick up orders, and then we are at errands to run Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
You might have
Saturday night's clear. We're going to go live.
Saturday evening?
gotta get up super early when we're going to class on Sunday.
Okay.
I'm not you. I can't do I only sleep for 3 hours and actually.
Well, how much time do you think you need on him? I can have this guy done in an hour of refining.
Okay, what do you think on that?
2.5 hours. I think your next step is to smooth. Because web store is normally very smooth. And let me see the eyes you put in. Like I haven't seen the front of his face. I like that.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm wondering where the actor will see out of.
Mhm.
You're wondering that too? Here's my plan. All right? It doesn't involve the wire. But hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. We cut the eye sockets and we just widen them a little bit
Mhm.
so that we can put good sized holes in the tear ducts.
Okay.
And then the eyes are just on the outside of your eye, just on the outside edge.
Okay.
I think that will help.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll help with vision for sure.
Well, yes, it's always important.
How did you like using that tool with the popsicle stick?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
There's-
All right.
Tools are good. I've learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Tools are good.
I like where he's headed. He is 10 times better than he was when you got here in the beginning. Don't you think?
Yes, I do.
10 times.
Ezekiel says the rear inlet is super cool. Dirty B says, I like it. It'd be cool to have a rusty hook through his lip. Brian Hubbard said, I think Hammer Time looks great. Spook Shark says, Spook Shack. What do you think about putting some scars on him fighting for his food?
Yeah, I'll have to look up shark scars.
Fighting with his food. Rodney Pope.
I think some up here would be good.
I think I'm going to be getting me one of those web stores. Gregory Haynes says, Alan, how about a scar or a gash from the upper ridge through the lower leg?
From all the way down, I think that's too much. I think that if there were several of these sharks, I would do that scar on one as a defining characteristic. But if there's only one, he has enough defining characteristics because he's a hammer-headed shark face guy.
There's a hammer-headed shark face guy.
All right,
Yes, it's looking good.
let me go check that amulet. If it's solid, then I'll pull it.
77 people are watching. 79 people are watching. Stanley Shriven would like to know, is there any chance of seeing Frank?
Saying what? Oh, yes. Yes, there is. Let me, I'm attempting to peel this guy. And the attempt is working. The peel is happening.
Oh,
It's appealing.
oh.
Amber, you're bad at stopping working.
So you're a fine one to talk.
I stopped working on the sculpt.
Rodney says it's like a present being.
It is. And now we have flash that I will have to trim the flash, but this is the amulet. And right now the flash is easy to trim just with scissors.
When Amber's mask is done, can I buy it on the Still Beast web store?
It'll go there.
He needs a stingray barb going through his mouth. Is that a silicone caulk mold?
Yes, it is. It's the same one I did in the silicone caulk mold video. Like the exact same one. Anyway, let's show you Frankenstein. You don't want to watch me with scissors.
It's almost there.
Yeah, neck bolts get added, and that is the last thing. Neck bolts go pretty much straight under his ears, and you can see the little mark where I put the spots on them. And then he's got hands that match. Oh, you just punched my Frankenstein. How's it feel? Punched my Frankenstein.
Stanley says, wow, so worth the wait. He looks great.
Yeah. All right.
Frank is dead.
Yeah, I'm happy with how he turned out. You done?
Wow.
What? You like it?
I do.
Good. Good. Okay. This is the pourable art cast resin that we poured up, and I just painted it really quick. This is Skeletor's chesty emblem.
Scott McDonald says, got a suggestion if you're doing a theme series like He-Man,
garbage pail kids.
You know what? I don't like them. I don't mind them, but I don't want to sculpt them. I don't like them that much. This is something that I'm really passionate about, so it's easy.
Your Frank has an innocent child look to it. It's easy.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that's it. I mean, we have to go. It's 10:30. So fun night tonight. Amber, thanks for hanging out with us and sculpting. I think I have conned Robert Alcala into being a guest sculptor next Wednesday.
Oh, great.
So I think he will be here sculpting with us. He is another co-worker from Dark Hour. I'm going to weasel on Hammer Time here tomorrow and get him wrapped up so I can get him molded this weekend. And you can't come Saturday evening.
It's starting to happen.
It's fine.
It is? Okay.
It's fine.
What about tomorrow evening? Are you going live tomorrow evening?
No, tomorrow evening's fine. It's Friday, right?
Tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow
during
daytime is bad.
the day we are full.
Yes, day we're full tomorrow night.
So if you're going live tomorrow night, you can do tomorrow
I
night.
am going live tomorrow night.
There you go, Amber.
If you wanted to.
Bring snacks.
Oh, I don't want you to feel that though, in case I'm molding mine and you're still sculpting yours. But if I'm painting mine, because it's already been molded and poured and you're still sculpting, then I'm gonna like poke you with a stick. Yeah. I mean, he is looking great. Okay, in the back here, I would calm these down. This is your proudest, and then calmer. So this is like half its thickness. Because that's going to give you a natural sinking into the head. Whereas this is very abrupt ending for that. I just saw it. Wrap up your clay.
Good night, Alan, Shannon, and puppies, and Amber.
Good night.
So this is what you do. So we just want to keep it workable. And we're getting to a point in time where it's just very hot out. Now back in. Just some wet paper towels on it will help it to stay hydrated. Wrap it pretty tight around the bottom of the neck. And that thin clay at the neck would act like a wick and just suck moisture out. Now that you cut that edge, it won't do that. And my guy, I don't mind if he dries out a little bit, because all I'm doing is putting in detail. I'm getting his amulet done tomorrow night. I want to get him finished sculpted during the day.
Ezekiel says, night, creepers, night, Hobsons, night, flutes. Be safe, Americans, be safe.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Wife, say good night.
Night.
Amber, say good night.
Good night.
Bella, say good night. Okay. Go make stuff.